man?
What's up guys, HBox here. I am again traveling out of the state, so I'm in a new room as I was last time. But I wanted to make a video because there was a really new exciting leak that got posted. And this isn't a leak about Smash Bros, this isn't a leak about Nickelodeon All-Stars or a fighter that you would expect. This is a leak for a brand new platform fighter, which I don't think anyone really had any expectation for or any knowledge of. But according to a leak by the Demo Scout on Twitter, it basically boils down to the fact that recently, I believe it was Warner Brothers or Mortal Kombat, one of the accounts, posted a very funny clip of, I think, Scorpion trying to kill someone and then Shaggy opening the Warner Brothers like portal, and it's like Ultra Instinct Shaggy with like the glowing eyes, and he pulls Scorpion and him like into the logo and like destroys him or something. And everyone thought it was just like a clever joke or clever play on like the characters, what it was, or the fact that, you know, there's like a running meme with Shaggy being this like ultra powerful god. But from what we can see now, that was apparently a teaser, from what we understand, for this new game, which is essentially a Warner Brothers platform fighter. Guys, we have a huge giveaway coming up. We're giving away a brand new Nintendo Switch OLED. All you have to do is type into the comments below and say my favorite channel is Hungrybox. The character you main, like and subscribe. We'll choose a winner, and we'll see who gets the first big prize. And it's not going to be called Super Warner Brothers either. It's going to be called Multiverses, kind of like a play on the word multiverse. And the reason is Warner IP owns a lot of things, like way more than you might expect. Whereas NetherRealm is the people who made Mortal Kombat. So, but even though they made Mortal Kombat, this game isn't going to be a traditional 2D fighter. It's going to be a platform fighter, from what I understand. Anyways, the leak, it shows just the names of some characters that are in it, and apparently the characters that are apparently confirmed are Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, Tom and Jerry from their iconic cartoon, Batman, so superhero Batman, Fred Flintstone from the Flintstones, and Mad Max. So you have to understand, with the amount of scope this, you know, the amount of like content and scope this company has, Warner Brothers, on so many things, the shortage of characters, there would be essentially no shortage of characters. There's virtually infinite number of characters they can put into the game because there are so many across the things they own. So if you look, you know, more deep into it, there was some other people giving the leaks more attention, especially on the r/gaming leaks and rumors subreddit. So one person on that post mentioned this. This isn't the only platform fighter in active development. Those at NR/Warner have known this for a while now. It's an open secret that the industry, after the success of Smash Ultimate, combined with Nintendo's complete tone deafness towards their audience and player base, a lot of Western studios have begun to capitalize on the opportunity to make their own platform fighter that doesn't treat their player base and competitive players like shit. The numbers competitive Smash, especially melee pulls, is not lost on Western studios, and the opportunity to take a slice of that pie is extremely apparent. So a lot of these companies realize Smash has a lot of pull, Nintendo doesn't support Smash at all, we should do our own thing and get that viewership and make that huge thing happen. And he says NetherRealm isn't the last. I know of at least 2 other with major IP that are developing others, all based off melee, speed, and def. So it's basically Nick All-Stars, but rehashed with new IP. NetherRealm I have the most info on because, well, I won't say anymore so I don't get fired. But there's at least one other as a studio is significantly bigger than us, and you already know a little about it. All I'll say on that is because I don't have much info. So this is very saucy. This is a very saucy leak. Again, take it for with a grain of salt, because these are people speculating and just saying things online. But from what it seems, it's coming together. And now, you know, there's just a lot of things. And if you look up, you know, who owns the entirety of Cartoon Network, it's Warner Bros. Entertainment. And think about every single Cartoon Network character. I mean, that's everything. that's everything that you could like imagine, from like from Rick and Morty, you know, up until everything they played on Adult Swim. It's just like Frylock versus Morty Grand Finals might be a thing. Like, there's just no telling how many characters are going to be in this, and I'm honestly at a loss because how do they even decide what to put there? So, of course, this leak that was posted on Twitter also got posted on Reddit with some more information, which I wanted to quickly go over for you guys, because this is the important part. But they said it is based off Smash Bros. The new game, if it's called Multiverse, is a new IP, technically. It's a tag team game, from what they're saying here. I'm not sure if that means you pick 2 characters, switch between them, or if each character is a pair. Maybe like Tekken Tag Tournament, but mixed with a platform fighter. So that part's unique. So yeah, the characters I already mentioned are in it, but then also in this post, apparently Harry Potter and Ron are apparently in the game, but the rights to acquire them are weird, so they might have stopped development on them. That's what they're saying right now. And Johnny Bravo, which, you know, that could be any, they can include any cartoons from olden times or later times or what have you. So, it says that the origin of this game was actually due to the memes based around Shaggy getting into Mortal Kombat in his Ultra Instinct form, like I was saying earlier. So I'm not sure if that was a teaser for the game or they based it off of that idea, which is kind of a ridiculous thing. Warner Brothers does love the idea of crossing over their properties to establish more, you know, iconic duos, I guess. And we saw this, of course, in Space Jam 2, which was mentioned here as well. But you know, it's exciting, man. I mean, Nickelodeon All-Stars, when it was first announced and talked about, we all thought it was kind of like a joke, like, oh, it's just like an indie game studio doing this, but you realize it was a really big studio like Ludosity, which made Slap City, and it's actually a really solid fighting game. It's got patches now, it's got a competitive scene. People really love that game, and, you know, I personally loved watching it too, as, you know, the host of the very successful Juicebox 53. We had between 20 and 30,000 concurrent viewers across all the streams, which is insane to think about. But with all that being said, can lightning strike twice? This is not Slap City. This isn't a studio that made an excellent platform fighter. This is NetherRealm, right? They made Mortal Kombat. I have no doubt they can make incredible 2D fighters and traditional fighters. Not sure about the platform aspect, especially if they're trying to imitate what made Melee so good. But everyone likes speed. Everyone likes, you know, a high def of skill and ceilings. So that's probably why they're going towards that. And, you know, the really unique part too, and I think this is my final takeaway for this video because I don't want to ramble on too long, but the final takeaway is this. A lot of these companies, if this is all true, and there's multiple platform fighters being developed, are doing this because Nintendo dropped the ball on that big opportunity. Had Nintendo just pushed more into Smash to do all this, every other platform fighter would be sort of, you know, shadowed under a giant umbrella of Smash everything, with a giant prize pool, this like tournament series, which is like broadcasted around the world on so many platforms and mediums. That would have been a no-brainer. But because they haven't, everyone, competitive and casual, is sort of looking to see what's the next big thing. Like, we have Sora, we have all these characters, we have all this DLC already established. Smash is essentially done, at least for a while, until Smash 6 comes out. And that one, who the hell knows when that'll be, because that's going to be, it's going to take into account the new console, and they're probably going to rehash the entire series, and Sakurai probably won't even be there, as it was said. And by the way, Sakurai posted a picture of Among Us with his cat, so we know for a fact there is no more characters coming to Ultimate. That is done. That is done. That's like, that's the nail in the coffin if you really want to prove to see it. But you know, everyone who was saying, what's the next big thing? What's the next big Smash thing? I think we won't have to wait too long. And it looks like the next really fun fighting phenomenon that we're going to see is Shaggy beating up Fred Flintstone in Hogwarts Castle. It's going to be a wild ride, and I'm going to be there for it the same way I have been for Nick All-Stars and Smash and everything in between. So, of course, if I get more information about the game or see more, I'll be posting about it. But keep your eye on the multiverses. Might be a really good thing. All right, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what characters from Warner you want, because there's a metric F ton of these characters could be in it. So let me know who you want, and I will see you next time.